Welcome to Homemaking with Mima. My name is Wendy, and in today's video, it's just going to be like a DIY. I don't really have much planned, but I'm going to bring you along with me. So, two things that I know I got to get done. I have to shred cheese, and I've shown you that before on my channel with this attachment. It just hasn't been attached to my new KitchenAid, but it's the same process. And I need to go through my seeds. There are seeds in here that need to get thrown away. They're just too old. They're not going to produce. And then I have to start thinking about what I want to put in my garden. All right, hopefully I've got you set up real good. So I got this tightened on and we'll get it going. I usually cut it down into these chunks. It's just easier to get in here and to push it down. So we'll get it. See how that speed is. It doesn't take long at all. And I like to do 2 chubs like this and grate more. Unfortunately, all I had is the one. And we're still not, this was purchased and sent in the refrigerator. I actually forgot about it. So, and we need some cheddar cheese. So what I like to do before I package it up, cornstarch. I'm going to take a little and put it in the bowl. Take about half. So it's usually total about 2 tablespoons, maybe a little bit more. Sometimes it all depends on how much cornstarch I have. And then you just lightly work it in. You know that when you buy shredded cheese and it's got like a white film, that's like some kind of a pulp. And I really try to shred my own cheese. My local Walmart doesn't carry the brick, larger brick mozzarella. So I do buy the mozzarella pre-shredded. There's times where I've had to buy it in a pinch. But if I can, and today I have time, and I had the cheese. So there you go. And this just kind of helps keep it separated, when it freezes, when you go to use it. It doesn't hurt anything, doesn't affect any of the cooking that you do with it. So yeah. So that's it. I'll get this finished up, and then I'll get this torn apart, and then I'll be back with you. So for that cheddar cheese, I don't fill them completely to the top. I've got them all packaged up. I got 3 containers. I'm going to get these into the freezer downstairs in the upright because we don't need any right now up here. So, but I just thought I'd go over, push that over to the side. This is what I've got left for the upstairs stuff that I pulled out of the closet. I still have some of that cornmeal. I grated up that oatmeal, that container I had open, and I ground that up, so I still have this much to use of that. I still have some parsley, some kale, some molasses. I haven't been doing very good at eating these up, so that's my goal for right now. I've got 3 cream of wheat and 3 of these breakfast essentials, the carnation ones. Those are mine, I'll be eating that up. But I did finish up the garlic and herb and that little tiny bit of macaroni that I had in here. So, and I know there's some other things that I finished up too. I can't remember what I have had. Really, that's not that much left in here. So I feel pretty good about it. These I can finish up in the next few days. They were buried, so I forgot about them. But I do have a recipe here. I want to use this molasses up because I do have molasses downstairs too. I want to make some molasses cookies. It only calls for 1/4 cup. So that's probably only gonna be like that much. So we'll see if this recipe is good. I got it off of Pinterest, I believe. And it does call for some things that I don't have, like ground cloves. I'm not going to buy ground cloves just for this. But I do have the cinnamon, I have the ground ginger in that. So that's going to be something that I'll be making with this. And I'll probably make some more cornbread with this. And I might actually incorporate a little bit of this oat flour in with this molasses cookies to help use this up. Anyway, those are just some ideas. So now I am going to get the cheese put away, get all this put away, and I'll be back. So I took the cheese down to the upright freezer, and I forgot to show you, these are the scraps. When you do cheddar cheese, it kind of crumbles a little bit, and it's not very pretty. So what I did was, this was at the bottom of the bowls, and I just put that into an individual container. I can put in with a freezer meal for cheese. And these are the cheese scraps that end up being around the grater. So, and I've got that labeled. I'm gonna put these in the freezer for future freezer meals. And when I was downstairs, I'm like, I don't have much left in that container downstairs. So I'm just gonna bring it upstairs. This was the stuff that I went through the pantry shelves. So I have the waffle mix and barbecue sauce, bouillon. This is going to take me a while to use. So that I do know. I mean, I'm not going to throw it away. I have a chicken gravy packet and a beef stew packet. This won't be hard. These two won't be hard to use up. And I have this unsweetened coconut milk. So I've got to look up what to do with this. And it looks like you can do like smoothies with it. So, and I know my daughter wants to start incorporating coconut milk in her diet. So I'll talk with her about it. So there's that too. So now all of that is brought upstairs. I don't have that little container on the table down there anymore. And I'm just gonna set this over here by the mixer. Unfortunately, my brand new mixer, I cannot fit it onto shelves in my room where I had the other mixer. I'm okay with that. I like the new mixer. So I keep this table out here for right now until we can find something that it can set on, and it'll probably be over here because I don't have any counter space. So that's why this table still sits out here. And actually it benefits me because, you know, now I can do this. And I only have this out here because once it dries, then I put the grater stuff back away and I store that away. And here's that stuff that I want to get used up that only I will be using. So I'll just put that into a little separate bowl. All right. So that's it. I'm going to get these into the freezer and I'm going to get up the dishes done, and then I'll bring you back when I start going through my garden seeds. Okay, so I grabbed out my little basket of seeds and that I'm going to go through. I've got some other, you know, day in the life thing. I'm going to cut up some celery and carrot sticks. I'm not going to bring you along for that, but I'm going to wait to do that. These are the new seeds that I had just purchased, some flower seeds. I might not use them all. I had gotten these as well as a gift, and I have to look them up. I don't really, well, I know some of them like sweet peas and that, but I just got to see how big they get in that. So these are more flower seeds that I had gotten as a gift. That goes with that. And these are the empty packages from last year, I believe. Oh. Yep. I said a double check. I kept them all so that I remembered what I had put in. And now I got some more flower seeds here too as well. So here's some more flowers. Forget-me-nots, some other flowers there. Here's the sugar snap peas and these vine. I want to do those again. I got quite a few. Looks like some different ones. I got some dwarf sugar pods, sugar snap pea pods, and some burpee. These ones look like Cascade. And these are just pea sugar snap, that's what it says. This is what I had planted last year. And not all of these produced last year. I mean, I got quite a bit. I don't can these, we just eat them fresh. And I don't know, maybe I was just impatient, but it just didn't seem like we got enough. So I definitely want to do these 2 different kinds this year, as well as use up this one. And I think this bag will be good. So there's that. This is parsley. Oh, and these are those little red ones that vined last year. Now I have to remember, anything that vines, I don't want to put near any other vining food because they intermingled in each other. They kind of choked each other out. My bad, you know, I don't plant flowers that often. But I'm going to use those up again, but I'm not going to put them near any vining food at all. And the parsley, I'll use that up. Put that back in the bag here. This one here, the date is older. It says sell by 2021. I don't know if these are going to be any good anymore. I'm just going to set them aside and think about that. I do like planting bush beans. This one is good, 2024. I want to do a whole bed like I did last year. Well, I did kind of like a half a bed. I want to do a whole bed of bush beans because I like bush beans. I like canning the bush beans. And I think I need to get some started beforehand because I didn't have enough to can when I wanted to can, and we had to go to the farmer's market. So I think I'm going to start some. I've never been good at starting things and then planting them. They've always died. So, all right, these are pole beans. I know I do not want these. Never had any luck with them. Okay, so I'm gonna throw these away right away. There we go. Got rid of them. So I do need to get some more bush beans for sure. I didn't have any luck growing cabbage at all. So that one's still good. These ones are older. I'm gonna get rid of these. I think I am gonna get rid of these snap peas and just buy some new ones. I'll try this again. Yeah, I'll try these again. I'm just going through the seeds right now. I'm not going to make a plan for my garden just quite yet because I have to see when things have to get planted. And it also depends on when our frost lets out. Usually we plant in Minnesota here after Mother's Day, unfortunately. So it really pushes things back for us. This is lettuce and kale. I think that is still good. Still good. That's lettuce. Good. And I'm just going to assume it's good. I can't see the date. So I plant lettuce in the containers that are up here. And then I also plant some in the garden. So these are all good. I didn't have very good luck. I'm seeing them right here. I did not have good luck with radishes last year. And I'm really the only one that eats radishes. So those are going to go. I'm not going to waste space in my garden. I do, go figure, I have another thing of radishes here. Oh, all right. These are still good. All right, now. We'll think about that. I do have luck with carrots. We use them just for fresh eating. I don't plant a whole lot. I don't can fresh garden carrots. So we'll keep those. So radishes. I did not have any luck last year with my squashes at all either. I was very disappointed. And those are old. I'm thinking these are old as well. So I'm just going to get rid of that. I am not a huge fan of spaghetti squash, but I was trying, okay? The year before last year, I had good luck. I had gotten quite a few, I don't know, maybe 4 spaghetti squash. And then I had that leaf mold that came out, and it just spread all over everything in there. So I had to get rid of everything. I love acorn squash. I did not have luck last year with acorn squash, and it could have been my seed. Well, it probably was. This is 1122. These are the seeds that I used. So I need to get, and that's why I kept all these. I'm going to try my hand at acorn squash again. And we are going to do potatoes again this year. We're not going to do them in the metal beds that we had done, because they say not to replant every year. Something about some virus or something that they could get. So we're going to do potatoes in one whole bed. We're going to do green beans in one whole bed, so that it only gives me one bed to do all the other extras. Well, I got a lot of flowers here. And I want to do one whole metal bed full of flowers. I just loved seeing the bees and the hummingbirds and that, butterflies. Enjoy them. And maybe I'll do some ends of garden bed with some flowers that don't vine, that aren't going to interrupt. All right. Let me get all this cleaned up, and I'll get a pad and paper out and write the things that I am going to need to buy. Okay. So I don't need to buy any more lettuce seeds. I don't need to buy any more carrot seeds. I want to use these up. So, and if I buy them ahead of time and then they just sit, then the seeds get old, and then you end up having issues. So there's that. I don't need to buy snap peas, sugar snap peas. I'm still thinking about the cabbage. Yeah. I need to buy more bush beans. So I need one more package of bush beans, because this is a whole package, and if I get another one, that should be plenty for one of the whole garden beds. So there's that. I need to buy a pack of acorn squash. And I really loved the morning glories. I loved them. I thought they were, yeah. So I'm going to get morning glories too. And I don't know what else we're going to be doing to our garden this year. We talked about getting cattle panel and that to make like an archway too, but we'll just see what all happens this spring. Economy just is not being friendly right now, so we're just going to take it one step at a time. So all I need is a pack of bush beans. I'll put green. A pack of acorn squash and a pack of morning glories. And I'm going to go through the flowers that I do have to double check to see which ones are vining, because these are vining, and which ones are not, so that I can make sure that I have something to support them. All right, that is it for the garden stuff. Since we were looking at the garden seeds, I thought, you know what, it's absolutely gorgeous. I actually have the back door open with the screen open and a window open, and I turned my heat down. It's absolutely gorgeous out right now. We have had one of the, probably the third mildest winters as far as snow and cold. So not that we're not going to get some more, but as far as anything really big, we're not going to get it. But I'll take you out. It's absolutely gorgeous. The temperature is about 44 right now. And as you can see in the background, look how beautiful, and the sun, it's bright. So I'm gonna turn you around and we'll walk out. I'll show you what snow we've got left back here. It's not much, but that doesn't mean we're not gonna get more. So I'll get you turned around. Okay, I got you turned around here. This side doesn't really see much for sun. That's why the snow is usually the last here to melt. There's just a few piles that my husband had taken the four-wheeler and pushed back when we did get heavy snow. And be careful walking down so I don't slip. It is wet and muddy out right now. The ground is still frozen. The apple tree is looking really good. There's no buds yet. It's not that time. I do have to have my husband, he's gonna be trimming some of the branches because they do get in the way when mowing. And it just keeps the tree healthier. And in our area, I don't know what area you're from, but I know when we've talked to people with the trees, with fruit trees, we have to trim them in the spring. So that's gonna be done. So we'll walk out here to the garden. The beds, we have the ground out here can get really soggy and wet. We have a runoff pond back there that was created, probably over 100 years ago for the farmer that owned all this property. And this does, when the snow melts or we get heavy rain, this does get really wet, squishy, mushy kind of thing. And as you can see, I'll scroll in a little bit. We have a puddle going on right there from stuff that's melted and some of the rain that we had. But otherwise, so the garden bed needs to be lifted up, this one especially, because the ground is so squishy mushy. So my husband is going to be lifting that up, and you can see all the moisture underneath there. There's a lot of moisture. So he's going to be lifting that up with a jack and putting some support underneath it. This is the oldest bed, and we probably have, we're hoping to get at least 2 more years out of it. But like I said, with the cost of things, we're just going to take everything kind of like a day-by-day basis. You can see the cardboard that I had put in here. I just threw some cedar slabs on it from an old fence that we had to protect it. I didn't get enough cardboard out here before we got a huge snow dump, so I didn't get this one covered. I mean, I got one little section here, that was it. Didn't help much. I only got part of this one done. This one, the support seems to be really good. It's not uneven at all. This one here, the new one, he does need to get it leveled out more. This is the new one that we did last year, and we actually need more dirt for in it because it does settle. And I don't know if we're going to do any dirt in this one here, and probably not that one either. The potato beds that we had created last year in these metal containers, they did really good. We had the yellow potatoes. They were smaller potatoes. It wasn't a huge harvest, but we were excited to just get anything because it's the first time we ever planted potatoes. So this year my plan is to have flowers in one for sure. Not sure about the other one. Maybe we'll have both of them flowers. One that's got the vining plants in it, and one just regular standard flowers for the bees and the hummingbirds and such. The acorn tree is doing great. So yeah, that's the update on the garden. Can't really get out here, can't really do much. We're going to definitely get rid of this. We've had it for years. Let me scroll back a little bit. This is what I used last year to support the peas and morning glories and that other vining flowering plant. It's seen its better days, and I think that was the idea of my husband. He wanted to get the cattle panel. I'm sorry if you hear background noise. When the leaves aren't full in the trees out over this way, we have a freeway that's on the other side of the tree line there, and it tends to have a humming noise. So anyway, we were thinking of getting a cattle panel for this. But like I said, we're going to take everything step by step, you know, day by day. And we also wanted to take a cattle panel and make more like an archway between these two. But I don't know if I want to do that because that garden bed is so, is older. I don't know how much more life we can get out of it. So, yeah, I don't know. It would be great because then I could get the vining stuff on that. Maybe we could do it from this one to this one, but we have to make sure we get this one propped up. And these are just a makeshift. I mean, they work good for vining. Probably, depending on where I decide to put my peas, which might be over here in this bed, so they might be just fine. But as far as where I'm going to plant stuff, I just don't know yet. Just don't know. But I just thought I'd bring you out. And it's such a beautiful day. Go back the way I came because I knew it's a little safer. All right, I'll get back up into the house and we'll end this video for today. I forgot to add, these are the 2 containers that we use, that we put like lettuce in that in. They need some more dirt, need to be fluffed up and that, but they do great for lettuce. Then I don't have to walk all the way out to the garden to get lettuce. These 2 chairs we've decided to get rid of. Just haven't done that yet. And the deck looks so empty without the patio furniture. But yeah, now I'll go into the house and we'll end this video. But isn't it beautiful out today? And it's only, I think it said 44 degrees when I looked, but I think it's going to get probably in the 50s. And that's really nice for this time of the year. Okay, I'm back in the house. Did that little walk around the garden quick. I don't have the greatest garden, but you know what? It's my garden. I try. It brings me joy. And that's all that counts, is bringing you joy. Went through the seeds. I've got a marker here. I'm going to write on the seed packets that are vining, and then ones that get really big so that I know if I need to support them or not. So I'll be looking those seeds up to make sure. And sometimes it says it on the back of the seeds, but I just want to double check because, you know, I just, I don't trust them. So anyway, we've had some unusual weather around here. We have not had a normal winter. We are low on the snowfall that we have gotten. I mean, by a lot. This is like the 3rd year in a row that we have not had a normal winter, which it really doesn't do our area good. Our farmers look forward to that snowfall. So the ones that it hurts the most is the farmers. And so hopefully in the spring we get some much needed rain, but not so much that it floods everything out, because then they can't get into their fields to plant. And you all probably know the story behind all of that. I'm not a farm girl, but I just know that our farmers look forward to the snowfall because that puts moisture into the ground. So I'm going to end this video. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. It wasn't much. It was just a little this, a little that. But I just thought I'd pop in here and video and bring you along with me. Again, thank you so much for joining me. If you like this kind of content, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and if you are subscribed, hit that notification bell, and that's going to prompt you to new videos that are coming out. And I want you folks to make it a really great day.